Hey, what's up, guys, and that one girl that watches our channel? This is John, and you are at Maniacs Garage. We've done some things. We bought a new project, as you guys saw in the last video, and we haven't forgotten about the 49. The 49 is still sitting here, and we ordered some parts for it. We're still trying to get to the bottom of the tuning. But the reality is, guys, that I mentioned this before, we all have jobs. This is not our full-time gig, right? So we've been really busy. As you can imagine, real estate is going crazy right now, and that's what I do, so I've been super busy. So the shop is actually a mess. But let me just kind of give you guys just a quick little update and a little shop tour right now, even with the mess that it is, just to kind of let you guys know what's been going on around here. So, like I said, the 49 is still on the way. We're still working on things. We actually have some surprises for it as far as the tuning is concerned. But for right now, we got some new parts coming for that. And we still have to do some stuff with the damage that happened. If you guys watched a couple of videos ago, we had some damage that happened when the tuners were driving it. They were doing some tuning on it, and the hood, I don't think it was shut properly, but in any case, it came up on a pretty high speed run, and it just completely tacoed the hood. I bent it back somewhat, but it's in bad shape. It destroyed some trim, which I've already ordered a new one since. Broke a hinge on this side. But even like bent the hood here. I mean, it's pretty bad. So we're still deciding what's gonna happen with the hood itself, but that needs to get done on it. And the headliner needs to be finished. So the headliner is not finished on this car. We wanna get that finished. It's gonna look really cool. I wanna do the same theme as the rest of it. So the suede that we have in here, you know, we have red suede and black suede is what we got going on. And I wanna transfer this black suede up here so the headliner will be all black suede. Probably gonna do kind of a middle section that's gonna be done in red with the black diamond stitch. So that's kind of the thought on this thing. But it's been cool, you know, so the car's been sitting a little bit right now, but we're still working on it. We haven't forgotten about it. So that's going on. So other thing, got a pile of VW stuff over here. So this is Connor's car. He's got a GTI, and he's doing some pretty big things to it, and I don't want to spoil it because we're going to do a video on it, maybe even 2 videos on it that are going to be coming out here real soon. And so that's what that pile is all about. That's from his car. Man, just a big mess over here with stuff, but our Boxo toolbox is just tucked away over here. Hasn't been used in a little bit. I'm going to have to wipe off some dust here pretty soon, but Boxo, USA, those guys, and they really made our life a lot easier working on that thing. And then I haven't really talked much about it, but we got a Razor, a 1000 NA. It's a non-turbo car. I've had this car for about 5 years, maybe even 6 now, and I've done a whole bunch of stuff to this thing. I actually do have some videos. We just never released them, but this thing it's got the aftermarket doors on it. It's got the suspension's been redone on it, and you know, the custom paint, you know, actually it's a wrap. So on and so forth, but this thing's been super fun. This has probably been one of the most fun projects that I've had in a really long time. So that's what that thing is. You kind of see it in the background on some of the videos when you go back, but I want to show you guys the new project. So let's go outside. This is our 62 Mercury Monterey. We picked this thing up last week, and this car is gonna be actually Jim's project. So you guys know that I got Ryan and Connor and Jim, and I've been working on this as of lately. We used to have a lot of other guys in the past who helped us with it as you go back in the older videos. Tony, Matt, and Savannah. So now it's pretty much just down to the 4 of us, or the 3 of us actually technically. So anyway, I don't want to bore you with that, but Jim's project, he's kind of in charge of it. I'm gonna help him with it. I'm actually already working on getting a rendering done for this car, so we can kind of get an idea of what this thing's gonna look like. We do have some things in mind for it. What are the things that I have in mind for it? Well, we're gonna do wheels on it. We're gonna do some cool wheels on it. It's gonna be a completely different approach than what we did with the 49. The 49 we went really radical on. This thing, we're not gonna do that. I think we're gonna go just, it's gonna be a cruiser. We really like this patina that's on this car. and we want to do some sweet wheels, and we want to slam it. So whether it's going to be static and it'll be slammed, or if it's going to be on air, that's yet to be determined. But we know for sure that we're going to preserve this interior. So we want to get this interior redone. We'll keep the green vinyl theme, maybe some plaid on the inserts, definitely have the piping on it, maybe do some cool metallic silver piping or something like that. We really want to preserve kind of this look with this car. And as you saw in the last video, it's missing the headliner, so it's going to need a headliner. And so let me tell you guys a little bit about what this 62 is, because I had to do a little history lesson for myself. So let's jump into that. So this is a 1962 Mercury Monterey. And if you guys are hearing a little sickness in my voice, that's because I am sick. I've been sick for several days now and having a hard time shaking it, but just got to keep plowing through and looking forward to feeling good, hopefully by tomorrow here. But 62 Mercury Monterey, it's a 4-door hardtop sedan. Cool little fact, it doubles as the Ford Galaxy. So 1961 Mercury styling was brand new. The headlights were separated, had the concave grille, and kind of resembled that typical 1960s, looking car. There were several engine options offered on this. They had a 292 cubic inch, which had only 190 horsepower. They also had a 352 cubic inch, which had 220 horsepower. And I believe that's what we have in this car here. But they also offered a 390 cubic inch that had 300 horsepower. And I gotta tell you, that's pretty impressive for 1961 standards. 300 horsepower out of a 390 cubic inch V8. I believe that they also made a larger one later. Yeah, they did. So they ended up making a 406 cubic inch V8 that had 405 horsepower. Pretty cool for a boat of a car that this thing is. I gotta imagine that it scooted along pretty well. Sticker price on this car back in the day was between $2,607 and a well option one was $3,740. That's how much they sold. Back then, the cars came in at a weight of 3,938 pounds, so just shy of 4,000 pounds is what this car weighs. You guys, there's some aficionados out there, 60s cars. Feel free to correct me on any of this stuff. You guys can leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you and connect and chat with you guys on that. The Monterey was offered in 4 body styles. It had a 2-door version, a 4-door hardtop, and a 4-door sedan, and a 2-door convertible. And I think it actually might have come in a wagon as well. Not certain on that. My guess, it was a great value for that 1960s buyer. Kind of a family cruiser. Had the nice bench seat in the front with tons of space. Big bench seat in the back. No seat belts, kids. They didn't have seat belts back then. That wasn't figured out yet. Definitely no airbags or things like that. It is a very cool piece of nostalgia. Love the way the dash looks on this car. It's all original. Steering wheel's all original. I think we're really hoping to kind of keep it like this and really keep this feeling on this car. We're going to keep the body, like I said, in patina state. We're just going to freshen up the other things. We're still considering some options with the engine as well. We're not sure if we want to just pull it, freshen it up, put it back in, make it a cool driver. Jim wants to cruise this thing, maybe put his family in it and cruise. Or, if we're gonna do some crazy power plant in it, I don't know. But I think that's kind of the plans with this car. It's super cool. It's a fun car. It kind of bent my trailer when we loaded it on there. So we're gonna end this video with this. I do wanna ask you guys to make sure you subscribe, and we have seen a huge growth in subscribers lately, so people are liking our stuff. It's awesome. We're gonna be doing the build on this thing. It's gonna, become a weekly series, and we're gonna pepper it back in with the 49, doing some things on that car. And we do have another project. I still haven't released what that is. It is sitting in this yard already. That's gonna be a little bit down the line, but it's another kind of it kind of fits with, everything that we do, obviously. And so that's pretty fun. And then on a last note, I did buy a Toyota Tacoma. That's gonna be kind of my daily and my shop truck. Hey, this video is kind of a little bit all over the place, but not really. Just kind of a recap as to what's happening. We really appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one.